Good morning, class 6B, and welcome back to your English language online class. We have completed chapter 6 in our previous class, and today we will begin with chapter 7, page 27, pronouns. Okay, so before we get in the chapter, we need to know what is a pronoun, and then we will see there are 9 types of pronouns that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, now first of all, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is something or is a word that is used instead of a noun. Now we know what is a noun. We know very clearly what is a noun. That noun is a name of a place, animal, or a thing. Okay, denoting for the name of a place, animal, or a thing. Now for pronoun. Now pronoun is something that we use instead of a noun. Now we know that when you are having a talk or when you are writing, you cannot completely go on and on writing the same. For example, let's take an example of a name. Okay, a name of a boy. Okay, right now I'm getting a name that is Dhiman. Okay, so Dhiman is a boy. Dhiman, he is 7 years old. Dhiman, he goes to Bunyi school. Dhiman, he's in 6th standard. So in this we are talking about a boy named Dhiman, but again we cannot take his name again and again for every sentence. Yes or no? Instead of Dhiman, what we will use? Now Dhiman is a boy. So for boy, what do we use? He or she? He. So your he is your pronoun. So that's what we are going to see today. A pronoun is a word that is used instead of or takes the place of a noun. Okay, so what are other nouns that you know now? Pronoun that you know now: he, she, it for a thing, okay, or a place. Then we have they, we. Okay, there are many. Okay, we will discuss that, and we are also going to see 9 types of other pronouns in this chapter. Okay, so read this paragraph and state why it sounds funny. So they have given one paragraph. Okay, so you have to understand why does it sound so different. Okay, like what I just gave you an example of a paragraph about Dhiman. Similarly, what Katie did is an enhancing book written by Susan College. What Katie did follow the adventures of Katie Care. Katie Care is the eldest sister in a large family. So you see, her name Katie is being used after every sentence, which is not really necessary. This paragraph sounds strange because the noun has been repeated so often. Okay, almost for every sentence they have repeated her name, isn't it? So to avoid such repetition in the sentence, we use pronoun. That is the use of a pronoun. So pronoun are words that take place of nouns. Okay, for example, Mary is my friend. Now Mary is a girl. Now so we will use the pronoun she. She studies regularly. Here the highlighted word is a pronoun, that is she. It takes the place of the noun Mary. Okay, so pronouns are of now I'm sure you understood what is a pronoun. Now pronouns are of different kinds. Okay, first one we want to see is personal pronoun. We'll see more in detail. We have demonstrative pronoun, we have reflexive pronoun, we have indefinite pronoun, we have possessive pronouns, we have interrogative pronouns, we have emphasizing pronoun, we have distributive pronouns, and we have relative pronouns. Okay, in this chapter we are going to see 9 different types of pronouns. Now read these sentences. She has invited them for dinner. You can meet me tomorrow. They are buying it from him. The highlighted pronoun in this sentences stand in place of people or things. She, them, you, me, they. So it stands for a people or people or things. Okay. Pronouns that stand in place of people or things are called personal pronoun. So what is a personal pronoun? So we are going to discuss today the first pronoun, that is personal pronoun. So pronoun that stands in place of people or a thing, that is your personal pronoun. Okay. Another one is personal subjects. A personal pronoun that comes in place of the subject in a sentence are called subject pronoun. Now that is something which is not there in that type of pronoun, but we've been discussing that subject pronoun is also there, and subject pronoun is something which comes in place of the subject, that means doer of the action, that is a subject pronoun. Then you have personal pronoun that comes in place of the object to whom we are doing the action. Okay, in a sentence are called your object pronoun. So these are things you have to keep in mind. First is a personal thing. We know personal pronoun is something that denotes or comes in place or stands in place of a people or a thing. Then you have subject pronoun. Subject pronoun is personal pronoun that comes, again the personal pronoun only that comes in place of the subject is your subject pronoun. And again personal pronoun that comes in place of the object, that means the action that has been to what has been done in a sentence are called your object pronoun. Okay, now read the sentences. Your picture is more beautiful than mine. This book is yours. The highlighted pronoun shows possession of ownership. Okay, mine, yours, this shows possession. Possession means belongings. Okay, so when you say, okay, this pen is mine, so that means it is mine and it is my belonging. Yes or no? It shows belonging means possession. This is mine, possess. Okay, possession, yours, okay, that is hers, so it belongs again to her. So when you show possession or ownership, that is what is your second pronoun, that is possessive pronoun. Okay, pronouns that show possession or ownership are called your possessive pronoun. Now study the table. Okay, you have the table, please see that. Okay, you can see that and follow that. Now next, page 29, it's is a contraction of it is. Now you have to keep in mind what is contraction. You need to know what is contraction. Now contraction is something not just used for it is, but it is also used for like I will. We write I apostrophe double L. Yes or no? Sometimes we write that I will. Okay, she will, SHE, she apostrophe double L. Yes or no? What is that? That is your contraction. That is what we call contraction. So we are putting two words and bringing it and making it as one. That is what contraction is. So here also they are saying in page 29 that it's, IT, it apostrophe S. It's is a contraction of it and is. So we have brought together and made it it's. Okay. For example, it's a nice day, isn't it? Or it is a nice day, isn't it? But it's the possessive form of it. Now it's is also a possessive form. It's mine. Okay, so it's, for example, that house belonged to Mr. Das. Its doors are painted red. Okay. Now page 30, rewind. Read this sentence. This is a nice surprise that will run for an hour. Those belong to Richa. Now pronouns that are used to point to the nouns, okay, are called your demonstrative. This, that, these and those are demonstrative pronouns. Now demonstrative, or when you say, when you are demonstrating something, you usually, what you do is you show direction. Okay, so when you are saying that this belongs to me, using of the word this or that or these or those, so these four words are used for your demonstrative pronoun when you want to demonstrate something or when you want to point to the noun. Okay, now this is what, it's a book, and it is what, it's a people, no, it's a person, no, it's a place, no, it's a thing. Yes or no? So thing is also your noun. So when you want to point that this is my book, okay, this is my book, so you're pointing out to the noun. Okay, book, thing. So when you are pointing out, when you are saying something, then you are using the word this. Okay, and there is one diary over there, so that is my diary. Okay, that is mine. So using of this is your demonstrative pronoun. Also you have to keep in mind that this is used for singular, THIS, this. That is also used for singular, but something that is at a distance. THESE, these, is used for plural if you have more than one. I hope you know the difference between singular and plural. So if you have more than one, we use these. Okay, and again something that is near to you but many in number, these. And again those are used for something that is again many in number, plural form, as well as at a distance, so those. Okay, so this, that, these and those, okay, belongs to your demonstrative pronoun, and these are used, pronouns that are used to point out to nouns are called your demonstrative pronoun. Keep that in mind. Okay, you can follow page 30, the stick note that is given, no, that also you can follow. Okay, they are written over there. Then you have exercise over here, which we will do it later. Again, below that, rewind, look at these sentences. Who wants a chocolate? Which of the two girls came first? So pronouns that are used to ask question are called interrogative pronoun. We know that interrogation means when you are asking something or asking, or yeah, so when you have interrogate, when you want to interrogate or ask question. Okay, so interrogative pronoun is something, it's a pronoun that are used to ask question. Who, what, when, how. So these are your interrogative pronoun. Okay. What is used for asking question about things? For example, what is your name? Which is used to ask about particular things or people. Okay, for things and people. Which, for example, which is your camera? Yes or no? Who, whom, whose are used to ask about people. For example, who are you? For whom will you vote? Whose is this book? Okay, so they have given you the difference also, what is to be used for when. Then you have exercise C again there. Okay, you can try that. And again, see page 31 at the end. Learn. Look at these. Look at the sentences. I enjoyed myself. They learned themselves. So the highlighted words are used when the subject and the object of a sentence refer to the same person or thing. They are called reflexive pronoun. So what is a reflexive pronoun? When reflexive pronoun is something when the words are used or when the subject and the object of a sentence refer to the same person or thing. Okay. Now reflexive means any subject. Subject means you're someone who does the action as well as someone to whom you do the action. Okay. So subject and your object of a sentence are actually referring to the same person or a thing. That kind of pronoun is called your reflexive pronoun. We'll see more with an example. Like, notice that these pronouns are formed by the addition of the suffix, that is adding at the end singular or selves plural to form simple pronouns such as my, your, her, him, it, them and are. Now look at these sentences. I myself should do this. My father himself made his toolbox. So when you add a reflexive pronoun is when the subject and the object of a sentence, they are referring to the same people or a thing. That is what reflexive pronoun is. Okay. Now look at the sentence. I myself should do this. My father himself made this toolbox. The highlighted pronoun are used to convey emphasis. Like you can say that I should do this. Okay. If you don't use the word myself or himself, read the sentence. It still sounds correct. Okay. I should do this. My father made this toolbox, so it is correct. So why there is a need of using myself and himself is because we want to emphasize more about the subject. So I myself, okay, should do this. My father himself made this toolbox. So when you are emphasizing more to the noun, okay, out of the subject, that kind of pronoun is called an emphasizing pronoun. Okay, the pronouns that are used for emphasis are called your emphasizing pronoun. Okay. Now reflexive and emphasive pronoun may be identical. They might be quite similar. Okay, or you can identify in form, but their functions are different. But their the use of emphasizing and reflexive is the use is quite a different one in a sentence. Okay. A pronoun in reflexive is the action of the subject reflects upon the doer. Emphatic pronoun. Okay, so when a pronoun is reflexive, it comes back if the action of the subject reflects upon the doer. So I'm doing the action and it reflects back. So that is your empathetic. Okay, just like I said, I myself. So it is coming back to you. Yes or not, to the subject. So that kind of sentence is empathetic. But on the other hand, are used to emphasize the action of the subject. For example, he cut himself. Okay, that kind of sentence is your reflexive. He cut himself. Here the subject and the object refer to the same person, but just the emphasis is, if the emphasis is in the subject, that means it is your empathetic. But if the emphasis is on the action, okay, what action you did, then it is your reflexive. Okay, here this he himself cut the cake. He himself cut the cake. So again, you are emphasizing more to the subject he. That's why it is emphasizing pronoun. Okay. Here the emphatic pronoun himself merely puts emphasis on the pronoun he. Then again you have exercise D to do. Then again learn. Read these sentences. Somebody has taken the key. 1 hardly knows what is right, nobody was around at that time, few, none. The highlighted words are all pronouns that refer to people or things in a general way but do not refer to anything in particular. So when we use such kind of words like somebody, one, nobody, few, none, these are used in a general way to people as well as to people or things, okay, but does not refer anything in particular. Just generally used, we use this kind of words. When pronouns are used to refer to some person or thing that is not definite or specific, we use indefinite pronouns. So these are, what kind of words are these? These are indefinite pronouns, because we are not specifically referring to any people or a thing. That's why it is called indefinite pronoun. Other words that may be used as indefinite pronoun include all. So five of the words we have already seen in the sentence. There are others also that are used for indefinite pronoun, and that is all, other, any, anybody, anyone. So you can see there in page 33. Okay, and there is also a small note down there in page 33. 34, if you see, look at these sentences. Each of us was given a present. Either of you is right. Neither of the mangoes is ripe. The words each, either, and neither refer to people or things taken one at a time. So the words like each, either, neither, they are used for individual purpose or for different purpose. Okay. So when a pronoun refers to people or things one at a time, so each of us, okay, or either of you or neither of you. So when you are referring, the pronoun refers to people or things one at a time, they are called your distributive pronoun. Okay. Now this kind of pronoun are always singular and take a singular verb on. Keep that in mind. Okay. Then again you have exercise, and then again page 34, if you see, read these sentences. The man who you were talking to is my teacher. Here the pronoun who relate to the noun man to the group of words that follow the noun. Relative pronoun relate a noun to a group of words that follow. So now we have seen one where who has come, who word has come, that is your interrogative pronoun. There is also, similar to that, we also have relative pronoun where we use who, whom, whose, which and that, but in a very different way. Now if you have to see properly whether the sentence is asking a question. If it is asking a question, that means it is an interrogative pronoun. But if it is not asking a question but it only relates to the noun or to the group of words that follow the noun, then it is a relative pronoun. Okay, relative pronoun relate a noun to a group of words that follow, like who, whom, whose, which and that are relative pronouns which join two sentences and refer back to the nouns going before them. Okay, sometimes the relative pronoun is omitted. For example, this is the house I built last year. I am the monarch of all I survey. We can often leave out the relative pronoun in some cases. For example, this is the knife with which I cut the cake. This is the knife I cut the cake with. In the second sentence, which is omitted and the position of which changes. Okay. Then you have lot of exercises again, and I guess exercise J is the last exercise for you to do it. Okay, so what you will do is, I hope now the chapter is clear. I hope the chapter is clear to you, and that's it. We have seen total 9 different types of pronoun here. We have seen what is a pronoun, okay, with multiple examples. Then you have exercises from A to J, so that you will be trying yourself, and as always you know that I'll be giving you tomorrow the answers so that you can check and you can be sure about the answers. Now tomorrow when you do it in the book. Try it yourself writing with a pencil all the answers. Okay, let's see how much you have understood. And tomorrow once I give you the answer, you write that same exercise in your copy. Okay, so that will be one of your holiday homework. And there are one or two more questions to be given for your holiday homework, which I will tell you. I will give you a voice note, or I will send you the picture of it, so that you can do it for your language holiday homework. Okay, I hope you have understood the chapter, and if any doubt, let me know. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.